This is for my girls all across the world. This is for my 4C girls. This is for the 4C girls and boys and non-binary people everywhere. If you want to learn about the way that your natural hair impacts your own understanding of yourself, your confidence, your sexuality, and the way that you show up in the world, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Brittany Rochelle and you're watching Magnificently Melanated, and today we're talking about natural hair. This video has been a long time coming and I'm so excited to dig into this topic with you all. As someone with 4C hair, I think that understanding hair and understanding beauty and what that looks like for someone who is outside of the very narrow lens that society often sees as beautiful, this can be incredibly powerful. And in my experience, I've found that there's so much energy and there's so much attention and focus that I can get back and really bring back into my fullness when I dig into the ways that I've been socialized around my hair and around my hair not being good enough and around not being beautiful or worthy of attention. In 49 out of 50 states of the US, it's still legal to discriminate on people based on the way that they wear their hair. And yes, I'm talking about the Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectable and Open World for Natural Hair. There have been people who've been let go of jobs because they don't have the correct look, aka they're black, aka they wear dreadlocks, aka they wear their hair in natural styles, and the way that they are discriminated against in their own economic survival, but also in the way that they date and the way that they show up in their sexuality because of the systems that are at play for our oppression. And I think a core part of that is first getting at your own self-esteem and having you question your own beauty and worth in so many environments, from your job to your professional worth, if you are allowed to show up literally the way that your hair naturally grows out of your head, the way that all white people show up, or even the way that you date or the way that you pick partners or the way that you even see yourself as beautiful or as a sexual being. I think another part of that is also recognizing that there's so much shame in society telling us that we have to have straight hair or long hair in order to be beautiful. And so wearing wigs and weaves constantly and then getting traction alopecia and losing a lot of our hair or a lot of our hairline and then feeling so much shame of doing something that society essentially told you to do or said that you had to do in order to be beautiful. I also want to say that although we're seeing a huge explosion of natural hair, which I, for one, could not be more grateful for, seeing natural hair products, seeing natural hair on television, on commercials. It's also really important to know that so many of us have lived for decades and decades only seeing beauty on the side of a relaxer box as someone who has long, silky, flowing, straight hair. And so many of us still within our beings and our nervous systems and our bodies still feel and have inherited this belief that the only way we can be beautiful, the only way that we can be appropriate, the only way that we can be professional is to have straight, long hair. And in my free ebook, Melanin, A Reclamation, I talk way more about showing up and claiming my own beauty, my own body, the way that I look in the world, and share with you some tools on how you can do the same. And I think that it's so important to allow this to get into our actual bodies, this freedom, this understanding that we are worthy. I, for one, loved India Irie's I Am Not My Hair. And even she has this line where like bad hair means you look like a slave, literally equating the way that we wear our hair to a whole systemic really foundation of the modern world, and also power dynamics and just the way that you wear your hair or what hairstyles, getting into the ways that all the conditioning that we grew up around still lives in our bodies. Even if our conscious mind believes that I am not my hair and believes that my blackness is beautiful, we can also still be holding on to the structures and the encoding that we had growing up in a white supremacist society. And so this is why I'm very excited to share with you this complete toolkit that I've created that has several practices that are audio files that you can listen to and give yourself the time and space to show up and explore the way that these live in your own body, and to slowly, gently release them and to truly embrace your beauty from every cell in your body. So this is a decolonizing beauty care package that is totally free that I'm so excited to offer to you today. I'm going to be talking about things like hair politics. I'm going to be talking about things like colorism and all of these really important major issues and traumas that so many of us who live in a oppressive society are still carrying around in our being, even if we consciously know that they're completely ridiculous and that we don't want to subscribe to them. I can't wait for you to check out some of my incredible practices and understand how this feels in your own body and the ways that you can liberate yourself and decolonize your own beauty. So I invite you to check it out at the link below, and I can't wait to hear what you think.